Hi and welcome to the Arsenal Circle, here to talk to you today about my combined 11 between Arsenal and Spurs coming up tomorrow, the North London derby. I'm very excited for this match. It should be a good one at the Emirates. Now, I have decided to do this 11 based off of form, not off of this season in general. Like we're taking into account injuries. However, for example, Kulusevski won't be here because he's injured and he won't be eligible for the match. However, I have put in a player from Arsenal that I don't know if they'll be fit. In fact, I put a couple players in that I don't know if they'll be fit from both teams, but I think they will be, right? I've tried not to pick players that I know for sure won't be playing, but this is obviously going to be quite biased, and don't worry, it won't be just zoomed in like this. I am going to zoom it out. It's just because I don't want to reveal the team all in one. So yeah, let's just go straight into it. As you can see, the man on the board, Hugo Laurice, is my keeper. Now, listen, I understand that he's just got back from an injury and is not 100% sure that he will be playing. I think Conte said he will, though. But yeah, Laurice in the last month has just been really good for Spurs, and I don't think you can argue with that. Ramsdale has been quite average this season. He's not been a bad keeper. He's not been a great keeper. Laurice in the past month has been a great keeper, and for that reason, I think Laurice deserves this spot, right? And, maybe you can argue Ramsdale, and I get it. If you're an Arsenal fan, you're definitely going to say Ramsdale. I would definitely say Ramsdale, I'd take. However, for this upcoming match, the next match in the Premier League, if I could have Laurice or Ramsdale, I'm going to choose Laurice. Simple as that. And yeah, that's why I choose Laurice. Let's move straight on to the defenders. Right, so here we go. We have Zinchenko, Saliba, Romero, and Benjamin White. Now, why have I chosen these four? So, let's start off with the back. The two at the back, right? Saliba and Romero. Obviously, I've chosen Saliba because he is the best defender in London. That is a fact. And, yeah, he's just been elite this season. He's been great over the past month. Barely is making mistakes. And he has to be in this team over Eric Dyer or Davinson Sanchez. Now, again, the reason I have picked Romero. Now, he is a really good defender. I don't like him. But he definitely is a better defender than Gabriel, as much as I hate to admit that. However, I do think Saliba's better, but both of these men make the combined 11. Now, I did tell you that there were some players in here that I wasn't sure if they'll be fit, and one of those players is Alexander Zinchenko. Now, if I couldn't have Zinchenko, who would I have? Would I have Tierney, or would I have, what's his name? Oh my god. The geezer that Spurs signed at left wing back. Can't even remember his name. That's how Perisic. There we go. Would I have Perisic? I would probably take Perisic based off form. Tierney hasn't been that great this season, and it's unfortunate. It's hard to adapt to a system that Zinchenko has made, right, from left back. But at the same time, you could say Tierney is getting used to that system. Last game we played him, he looked very comfortable in it. But I would have Perisic there, just because he's getting constant minutes for Spurs and he's playing well, getting assists, and he's had a good season so far. However, if Zinchenko is fit, that is the man that I will go for, because he has completely renovated Arsenal as a team. This guy has been a baller this season, and his form is incredible. If he's back from injury, he will be starting that match, and he will ball out in that match. And I have no doubt in my mind that Richarlison won't get a look in, because we know it's not Kulusevski he's got a mark. However, let's hope I'm not chatting shit, right? Anyway, that's what I go for left back. And then if we move on to right back, we have Benjamin White. Now, I could have gone for Emerson Royale, and I think they have one other dead baller at right back. But Ben White this season has genuinely gone under the radar as one of our better players in terms of consistency and form. He has been consistently very good every game we played from a right back position, and that's why I take him. I mean, I haven't heard personally much about Spurs defense this season. you know, about how good they've been playing. But, you know, you've heard a lot about this man, Ben White, even if it's not as much as it should be, right? sorry about this, guys. Anyway, I definitely think Ben White deserves that spot over Emerson Royale right now, going into it. And, you know, if you disagree with me, you know, this is all opinionated. You can comment in the comment section, obviously, telling me I'm a mug. But I do think Ben White deserves that spot. And, again, like, agree to disagree, right? Ben White's form has been incredible. Okay, we're going to move on to... We'll do the whole midfield in one. Now, again, Odegaard. I'll start up going down. Odegaard is one that is not 100% sure if he will be in contention for that match. However, Odegaard is our best player, in my opinion. Yeah, I think I'd say so. On his day, this guy's incredible. Although, you know, I change my best player for Arsenal all the time. But we're saying Odegaard for now, because this guy's left foot is genuinely magical, and it produces wonderful passing plays. He's able to link up with his teammates all the time. Now, if Odegaard wasn't fit, who would be in the 10 spot? Probably Fabio Vieira. Like, to be honest, Spurs midfield has not been great for the past couple seasons, and I'd rather have Fabio Vieira there. Or no, Smith Rowe's injured in it. Yeah, so I'd have Vieira. And then, yeah, moving downwards, Granite Jacker, brilliant player, in the form of his life right now, and I'm sure he'll put in some Brexit tackles against Spurs, and I hope he ends Son's career with like a dangerous tackle or something. I commit a criminal offence, please, Granite Jacker. We need you to do that. But yeah, Xhaka definitely deserves to make the 11. He is on incredible form this season compared to Bentancur and Skip and whoever, Winks. You know, these midfielders, are we really going to compare them to Xhaka? No, we're not. Xhaka is definitely in my midfield. And finally, at the CDM position, we have Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Now, I'd love to put Partey in, but Partey is injured, and I'm going to be honest with you, if Partey wasn't, Partey would be in that spot right now, because I really don't think Spurs have a strong midfield. However, Højbjerg is there for me right now, and that is the way I'm going to do it. Yeah, I think he's on, you know, he's alright, but yeah, I'm not going to say anything too much to compliment him, because he's purely there on the basis that Partey isn't, right? So, let's zoom out and go on to the final section, the attackers. Now, I'm sure this is going to be very controversial for some, but I have gone with 0 Spurs attackers. Yeah, I know. Well, let's get it out of the way. First of all, Bukayo Saka. I'm going to start with him because I think this is the obvious one. Obviously, Kulusevski is injured, but I think even if he wasn't, I would go for Saka because I do believe Saka is a better player, you know. And I don't think Kulusevski is a bad player. Kulusevski is evidently a really good player. But so is Bukayo Saka, and he's beginning to pick up that form now, and he is in the form of his life. So really, we're comparing Saka to Richarlison here. And are we going to have this comparison? No, I'm not going to talk any more about it. Now, on to the other two, which some are going to bitch about. Martinelli is the one I will talk about first. Now, I think you would not be deluded to put Son there. I think it's completely fine if you wanted to put Son there and say that Son should be in the starting 11 for this combined team. However, for me, I'm going to take Martinelli off form this season. Martinelli has been one of our most influential players. He has been able to manipulate the attack and has contributed to many of our goals. And, you know, you can't say the same for Son. He did it in one game and he hasn't done it in any others. He's been distinctly average in those other games. Now, I don't think Heung-min Son's a bad player, and I think he's getting into form, so if you were to select Heung-min Son left wing, I'd respect that, and fair enough to you. But, for me, with my 11, I have chosen Gabriel Martinelli. Now, on to the striker. Similar situation here. Jesus has been on some incredible form, despite not having the same output as you might expect. And I know Kane, I think, has got more contributions, maybe not. But Kane has been more threatening in front of goal. However, Jesus, I think this season, we're looking at a guy who's been fouled the most in the Premier League. That says something, because he's getting past so many defenders and they just don't know how to deal with him. And yeah, he is the better striker out of Kane and Jesus right now. If you tell me going into a match tomorrow, again, who are you going to take? Are you going to take Harry Kane? Are you going to take Gabriel Jesus? I'm going to take Gabriel Jesus, and it's as simple as that. That's why I choose Jesus. That's why I choose Martinelli, and that is my starting 11 for a combined 11 between Spurs and Arsenal. However, if you disagree, please let me know in the comment section. I will say there is only 3 Spurs players here, so maybe I'm being a bit harsh considering Spurs aren't a bad team and they finished above us last season and they might this season. However, I think going into this game, if you look at the form, we have the upper hand and we should be winning this one, and I hope we do. Even though, you know, on paper we should be winning this one, I am shitting myself about the match. My score predictions, I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I'm saying Saka late on is going to get us the winner. But maybe that's optimistic thinking, but I hope that's the case. I'd love that moment. However, we don't know. I'm very hopeful for this match. But there's no guarantee. And yeah, thank you for watching. Again, if you do think I'm a dickhead and I know nothing about football, please tell me down below and tell me who you would choose. If you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.